You have got to get out of the city while you still can. Now, everything that's happening right now, you see the protesting, you see what's happening with abolishing the police. Imagine a world without the police. Imagine a new earth based off of community, based off of fresh prana, based off of real life experiences. I'm talking about nature. I'm talking about you and this natural place where you're supposed to live. It's called nature, baby. It's right here. I can't tell you the last time that I've seen a chemtrail. I only have access to clean spring water because there is no toxic water bottling company here, right? I only have access to clean food. There is literally fruit dropping right here in front of me. Now, do you have access to that? Because if you don't, you need to create that change. I'm telling you, the Babylon, the cities have caused all of these problems. Now, you have to put yourself in an environment where you can thrive. Nobody's gonna do this for you. Are you gonna continue to complain, right? Complain and complain about the situation? Or are you gonna do something about it? Now, right now is the Great Awakening. You'll notice the censorship is real. You can't even use the Great Awakening hashtag anymore. It's gone. It's censored. This is proof right now that we are living amongst the greatest awakening right now on planet Earth. And if you feel trapped and if you feel like you can't do anything about it, you need to get out of the city. Now, I'm not coming at this from a fear perspective because yes, there is a food shortage. Yes, the air is contaminated. Yes, the water is contaminated. All of this is happening for a reason. It's called Agenda 21. It's called mass awakening happening right now because people know that that water is toxic. People are connecting the dots and understanding why this has happened. It's man, it's not nature. This was created by man to keep you in control. Now, what are you gonna do about it? We need to go back into nature. That's seriously the only solution. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had this vision over 10 years ago and I didn't want to trust it. I wasn't able to understand it clearly until this present moment. And guess what? There is change coming. Yes, whatever life that you're experiencing right now is not going to be the same. And you have to prepare for this. The food shortage is coming, the water shortage, literally the air we are breathing is so toxic that you cannot even assimilate nutrients. You can't live a healthy life in that city. You cannot do it. Now, right now in 2020, we have a spiritual awakening happening. And your spiritual life is dependent on the day-to-day activities that you do. If you are breathing in that toxic air and you're not allowing yourself to enter this higher consciousness, you are going to stay in that third dimension because you're stuck in that fear. Now, I'm gonna reassure you, there is nothing to fear right now. We're here, the fifth dimension is already here. Have you accessed it? Have you experienced it? Now, the city is a grid. I'm talking about 5G. I'm talking about all of the toxicity that is keeping you in control. That's somebody else's agenda. That's literally a plan so they can keep you in control, so they can profit and continue to keep that third dimension alive. The Matrix is way more powerful than you think. However, you're not built for the city. You're not meant to live in that confined space. You're not meant to share all of those things and those contaminants. This happens over and over again if you look back in history, right? We are not meant to live when there's millions and billions of people on the planet in such confined, close quarters. You have to breathe. You have to expand your cup. Now, how are you gonna do that? Right now, you have access to this. You can always change your environment. Remember this, environment is always stronger than your willpower. Yogananda, one of my gurus, has taught me this over and over again, and I've been so frustrated in my place. That's why I left California. That's why I'm never going back. Now, you have to put yourself in an environment where you can thrive. I'm telling you right now, like, I seriously have not seen a chemtrail in months. I have only access to spring water, only access to organic food. There's literally mangoes dropping right over there. There's avocados, I can see them. Now, do you have access to that? Because that's how we're supposed to live. Now, I'm not telling you need to do what I'm doing. I'm telling you, you need to create an environment for yourself so you can thrive. The city was an experiment. this industrial revolution, this colonialization of our planet was an experiment, and it failed us. Now, what's the solution? What does the new Earth look like? We have to circle back to what works. It wasn't just a few generations prior to where we're at now where we had it figured out. Things were more simple. And the answer is nature. The answer is small communities. Getting back in tune with the earth. Getting back in tune with the food, the water. I mean, we are so lost right now. It's not even funny. I've never seen this amount of fear right now in 2020. At the same time, people are waking up. And I'm telling you, you have to put yourself in that environment to thrive, because you are going to struggle and be challenged every day if you're in that toxic environment. Now, I'm not telling you to spiritual bypass. I'm not telling you to avoid anything here. I'm simply telling you to set yourself up for success. You're not going to override your environment. It is so much more powerful to just put yourself in that environment where you can thrive. Remember that judging mind is always going to be there. Now, your cells need to thrive. They need fresh prana. You need to be in an environment where you can access this higher consciousness, where you can meditate and easily slip in to that more expansive part of yourself. You are not going to be able to do this in the city. All right, maybe some people can do it in the city. However, it is very challenging, okay? It's not a black or white option here. I'm just telling yourself that nature is the solution. It always has been. Now, what are you doing to orchestrate your life around nature? And know that you're not on the top of this pedestal. You are not on the top of this pyramid at all. Nature is number one. We need to be in tune with that if we are going to access the next level of consciousness. Now, the city was built for a reason. It was built to keep you in control. Now that you have their water, now that you have their access to food, now that you have their level of nutrition of what they are giving you, you cannot go beyond that. Now that's the city life. That's the Babylon, that's the 5G, that's the corruption, that's the toxicity, that's the matrix itself. Now you need to break away. You need to free your mind. Nobody else can do this for you. Go deeper than you've ever thought was possible. Those limitations are caused by the matrix. They are caused by the city itself. You have to understand that we are humans. We are tribal humans, right? We need other human beings. These regulations, like being 6 foot apart and wearing a mask in this crazy situation that we are in right now, is only in the city. When you get out here in nature, there's unlimited fresh prana. There is unlimited access to this. Now, nobody can do this for you. Again, nobody's gonna put you on a plane or put you in that automobile to take you to that new destination. You gotta do it, baby. And guess what? You need to get out of your comfort zone. Those comforts were put there for a reason, to keep you trapped in that toxicity. You don't need that Netflix and chill. You don't even need that toxic food or the takeout or whatever you think you're addicted to. Let go, surrender, and repeat. This is the solution. This is exactly the technique that you need to do to understand how you were put in that place in the first place, right? How did you get caught, right? How did you get so comfortable to the point where you don't even know what's up and what's down anymore? Well, I'm here to reassure you that nature is always the solution. Simplify, right? We need to go back to self-reliance. As soon as you are dependent on a system, as soon as you're in the matrix, you will know that it's very difficult to get out. Now, like I said, there's been a few generations prior to this that already figured it out. You just gotta ask great grandma. You just gotta ask grandpa what he was doing. He knows how to grow his own food. Grandma knew how to make her own clothes. We knew everything. And guess what? We got lost. We got sold into this colonialization, into this industrial age, into this factory. Put a stamp on it, put a label on it, make some money, go hustle, right? No. That is what's keeping us stuck in the matrix. That's what's keeping us stuck in fear. It's a distraction. Most people simply can't even handle nature. They can't even handle spending 5 minutes alone out here in this beautiful, amazing abundance. Why? Because you're so used to that restricted energy. You're so used to that box, that cage that you put yourself in, that you are afraid to let go. I get it. It's comfortable. It's all cozy in there, right? You need to expand your cup. You need to spread your wings and fly, baby. That's what we are here to do. Now you'll notice that nature is always available to us. It never went away. There are people living in tune with nature right now. You just have to get out of the city, get out of that toxicity so you can wake up. I'm telling you, the power of environment is real. You always have the power to change your environment. That city life is not conducive for spirituality. You're gonna get caught in the distractions. You're gonna get caught in these protesting and abolishing the police system. Well, guess what? We don't even need the police. We don't even need the banks. We don't even need the politicians. We don't need any of that. I see abundance of food all around me that could feed everybody. All right, that's how we were supposed to live. All of those seeds and every single piece of fruit are going to drop and grow new trees. That's what nature intended us to do. Not this farming and craziness and to the point where you have to now pay for everything, right? Who said you had to pay to live on planet Earth? Who said that you have to take taxes and give the man his cut, right? No, no, no. You were born to live with this abundant state. You were born to do anything. Remember, you are infinite. That's it. You were spiritual before you were human. So remember who you truly are. Let's circle back to what really works. Get out of the city, get out of the toxicity, and live a simple life. I'm telling you, that's exactly the technique that you need to do before it's too late. All right? You have the power right now. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to the Inner Circle members. Shout out to everybody on the Patreon. I love each and every one of you. Until next time, guys, I'm out. Infinite love, infinite peace.